Okay, this is just a quick video to help you guys with your vehicle inspection. Everybody should have a sheet like this in their yellow packet that just says vehicle inspection on it. You have to fill it out. Okay, first things first. It has the year, make, and model of the vehicle. If you come over here to the vehicle, and in the glove box, probably where you have it, you should have the registration. Okay, oops. The registration, and then you should have some proof of insurance. Okay, the registration will tell you the year, make, and model. Also down on the registration bottom, it has place for stickers. So in Idaho, if you come over here, you can see that you have to put stickers right here and to know if your registration is current. This says 01 of 2022. That means that we have until the end of January of 2022 until we need to re-register this. So it's pretty new. Still have almost 2 years left on that. And then your insurance, it'll have, you don't need a pen, you don't need to zoom in on it, but it has the expiration date on that. So, and we're good until September of this year. Okay. So, odometer reading, if you just go into the car and look under the speedometer, it'll tell you the odometer reading, how many miles are on the vehicle. That's pretty easy. Okay, if you come to the front of the vehicle, right here, I'm going to put these back. If you have a penny, you can take a penny and you can check the tire tread. And usually from Abraham Lincoln's head to the end of the penny is 1/16 of an inch. And you can stick that in the tire. These tires are actually on their last leg. They're pretty much done. So these need new tires. If you looked over to the driver's ed car, if we went up there, those are pretty much brand new on that. So you would see that Abraham Lincoln's head is covered quite a bit and it has decent tread. So you'll go to all 4 of those. To check the tire pressure, you just take the cap off the valve stem, and you usually have a gauge like this, or you might have a digital gauge where the end comes out of it, and you can just put that over, hold it there, and then the end will come out and it tells you how much pressure. Most cars are going to have around 33 psi, somewhere in there. This has 2, 4, 6, like maybe a little bit more. It has like 36 psi, 37 psi on it. So it might be a little more inflated than normal. If it's an SUV or a truck, it'll be in the 40s, maybe 50 psi, depending on what the vehicle is. So, okay, coming over here, checking some other stuff. To check the oil, you'll pull out the dipstick. It's going to be a yellow dipstick, and you can see that I've already done this once before, but you can see that the oil is pretty dark. It's not black. So I would put on my sheet that the oil is kind of medium or kind of dark, dirty. It probably needs changed within the next 500 miles or so. But I'm going to clean off the dipstick, and then I'm going to stick the dipstick all the way in and hold it there for a little bit. And then I'm going to pull it out, and usually there's a full mark, and this just has 2 dots, and it's at the top dot. So I'm actually completely full on oil. So I'm really good there. If I needed to add oil to this, I just twist off the cap right here and then use a funnel and add oil. Always go off of what they say right here. This calls for 5W30. That's the viscosity of the oil, how thick the oil is, and then you can just add it into here. Brake fluid container. So let's go over a few other fluids. So if you don't know how to do anything, you should at least know how to do, you can back up just a little bit. Okay. You should at least know how to check the oil, okay? Back here is the brake fluid. You can see you don't need to open it, but I can see that the brake fluid reservoir is full to the full mark. Usually don't use brake fluid. It doesn't use it up unless you have a leak in the line or something like this. Over here is your power steering fluid. Same thing with this one. It tells you on the side that it's completely full on power steering fluid. You can twist it off and check on the dipstick right there if you want to. If your car is relatively new, it might have electronic power steering and it might not have steering fluid. This is the coolant, the overflow on the coolant. I'm good right there. I have enough coolant in the vehicle. This is windshield washer fluid up towards the front passenger side, and I can look down and I see that I have enough. Some of them have a dipstick, some of them don't. One thing that I needs attention on this vehicle is the battery cable looks to be very corroded right there. So I would take some baking soda and water and pour over that to clean that off. So you get too much corrosion on that and then your car won't start. Other things, like obviously this is the engine of the vehicle. Up front there are some fans to cool off your radiator in the summertime when it's hot. And this is where your this big black box is where your air filter goes, because air gets sucked into the vehicle right here. It travels through here, gets cleaned through the air filter, goes into the throttle body and makes its way into the engine. If I took this plastic thing off, you'd see this is a 4-cylinder engine. You'd see 4 places for 4 spark plugs, and it has fuel injectors behind that. Okay, and I think that's pretty much it. Thank you.